In southeast Oregon, they're still talking about the curious day that it snowed instead of rain. I was in the library, so it wouldn't have affected my day much, except I thought the Martians had landed. well, it couldn't have been the Russians. They had already launched the Sputnik probe. And who has time to do that and invade Oregon? The word was that both would, in the event of an invasion, bomb large stretches of land, leaving the place totally white. Can we get some house lights? I'm trying to talk to these people. There you go. I found them very supportive. Yeah, so everything will be totally white. Well, anyway, I was in the library working on my dissertation, certainly not expecting to go anywhere else that day. My eyes, like my brain, were not very forgiving towards this work of mine. They often competed as to which one would shut down first. So it was therefore doubly shocking to see complete whiteness out the window. Well, all the other times I dozed off during my research, I'd seen white. So I pinched myself, make sure I was still awake, and I ran to the window, and my books fell off the desk, and from the sky, white flakes were falling, like sugar into cereal. God, it sure looked good. But that's what they want you to think. Oh, brainwashing. Now, you always have to think twice, especially if you're a student. We'd all seen the training films. Drop, get under the desk, go to the fallout shelter, but there was no siren, there was no announcement. Well, maybe they only do that for an attack that they were prepared for. Now, why get people all panicked over something unknown, like this? There was no blinding flash of light. But wait. The Russians are the Reds, and Mars is the red planet! Oh, yes! The Martian SSR! Oh, the pieces were falling into place. They had just launched into space. You can't be that far from Mars. No wonder. Still, Mars is supposed to be hot. And I'm sure the Martians would love to scorch us. And it did not feel that way at all. I put my hand on the window glass. Cold. Well, there's only one way out of here to the shelter, out the door. What's the drill for this? Do I drop on the ground and roll to the shelter? Well, if anything was going to get more of that white stuff on me, it would certainly be that. Or, okay, what was it that this old-timer said to me once? Never go out into nuclear winter without a friend and a light source. Yeah, but even what I could remember was being drowned out by the screams from outside. High-pitched noises getting louder and louder. So I raised my head to look out the window level, ready to duck in the event of a Martian death ray. And there were these children running down the street. Wow, they were going fast. What was following them? Where was the enemy? I decided to take the plunge, and I went out the door, outside, around the corner of the building, and from there, I could lean over and maybe see what was following those children. Cold. I've never felt so cold. Such strange weaponry. No wonder the children wailed as they... All of it was white and spherical, and it sailed through the air horizontally. Instinctively, I ducked, although it wasn't really coming my way. And I ended up with cold, wet knees. Oh, not what I had wanted. But who knows? There could be more of those things. Oh. My hands were covered with this like sugar. But in my hand it melted. Water. On Mars they have canals. All the famous people say. Once I had a bunch of rubber bands, and I wound them together and made a big ball, and I knew that under the surface was another layer and another, always, all the way down. And I thought of the lost wax method for making statues that were hollow inside. And I thought of all of this as the ball came right towards me, and my eyes were wide open as it hit me full in the face. Oh, and I felt like an asteroid to the ground. Everything went black. Oh. Snorted myself awake. So afraid of being dead. Oh, God, the white stuff was all over my chest, and it was up my nose, and I started to cry. And then my eyes focused on 3 big white balls stacked on top of each other. And the children were patting it into place. How do you like my snowman, mister? Said the little boy. And then his little sister pointed, what's he doing over there? You mean you didn't hear him snoring before? Said the little brother. Ha ha ha! I surmised. The deceased do not snore. What was it that he said? Snowman. I run across this in my doctoral research. And didn't they have snow and permafrost in Russia? I had to get up, knowing that I had to get to safety, and I started to run. And I slipped and fell. The children laughed. Where are the Russians? I demanded of them. They kept laughing. So I started to walk, more slowly this time, towards the shelter. If I couldn't get to the bottom of this, well, I'm just going to have to lay low for a while.